crisis rocking the African Democratic Congress (ADC) has taken a dramatic turn, with Honorable Nafiu Gombe declaring himself the authentic national chairman and accusing a rival faction of attempting to hijack the party ahead of 2027 general elections. Addressing journalists at the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Abuja, Gombe described the internal crisis as a calculated political maneuver driven by what he described political numbers. He linked the turmoil to the resignation of former national chairman Ralph Oke, which he said created a leadership vacuum now being exploited. Gombe specifically accused the faction allegedly led by former Senate President David Mark of orchestrating an illegal takeover of the party through forged signatures and unconstitutional processes. He warned that such action posed a serious threat to democratic integrity and could erode public trust in political institutions. He emphasized that the ADC constitution clearly stipulates requirements for party membership and leadership succession, including minimum tenure and due process conditions he insists were ignored by the opposing faction. On the role of the INEC, Gombe commended the electoral body for withdrawing recognition of the David Mark-led caretaker committee following a court of appeal order describing the move as necessary to uphold the rule of law. However, he expressed concern over continued efforts by the rival faction to proceed with party congresses and a national convention dispute the court's directive. We cannot allow individuals to exploit our party structure for personal ambition. The rule of law must prevail, and the integrity of our democratic institutions must be protected, he stated. Gombe called on INEC to formally recognize him as national chairman in line with the status quo antebellum ruling of the Court of Appeal, describing it as a crucial step toward restoring order within the party. He reaffirmed the ADC's commitment to democratic principle, inclusivity, and accountability, urging members to remain united amid the crisis.
First, it is a plea for the justice, accountability, and ability of all stakeholders to safeguard their value against such agreement violations. The Independent National Electoral Commission to recognize me as the authentic national chairman of the African Democratic Congress, ordered by the Court of Appeal to maintain.
At the beginning of this party, I have been there. I have never changed. It is just last year that a new dimension brought in by the former national chairman of this party, Chief Ralph Okenwosu, who resigned without notice. There was no meeting. This new national chairman that you are seeing behind me was the only party national executive committee members who did not resign. Though they are forging everything around and say he resigned, but I'm aware he did not resign. And we expected INEC to have done the honorable thing by putting his name as the authentic national chairman, nothing more. All these hula baloo making noise, saying that somebody is there, that the status quo antebellum means when the coalition people came. No, no, no. We have constitution that we all swore to uphold. In Article 9.4, it's very clear. It says, and there is no proviso. There is no waiver. Says anybody who wants to aspire to hold national office, either national chairman or national secretary or national organizing secretary or whatever at the national level, must be 2 years in this party. The only